let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about the regulatory hurdles of BVLOS. I know that's a big topic of conversation. There's only a handful of companies who have actually been able to achieve these waivers. I think the first was American Robotics back a few months ago. So what are some of the regulatory hurdles that a company or an organization has to go through to obtain BVLOS from the FAA or a BVLOS waiver from the FAA? And how do you maintain it? How do you keep it, and how do you expand it?
Yeah, I'll take that. So the regulatory hurdles are for BVLOS they've sort of been ever shifting goalposts, but now we kind of have goalposts to meet, right? And it's always been, how are you going to mitigate risks in the air? How are you going to mitigate risks on the ground? And how are you going to maintain C2 at range? If you can answer those three questions, then it becomes, okay, well, what are you flying? Technology side of things. Where are you flying? Operational side of things. And who's flying it? And that's the human side of things that Dylan prefaced earlier. To what degree have they been trained? What is the crew what's the personnel qualification? There's an ASTM subcommittee for unmanned systems that's dedicated to personnel qualification. It's a serious thing, and that's where the training side of, we haven't touched on training much yet, which is a good thing to probably hit now, but that is one of the hurdles, right? It might not be in big bold letters on the top of the waiver application, but it's certainly a part of every application that we submit on behalf of our customers. And having a defined curriculum, a standardized curriculum for BVLOS, a certified curriculum for BVLOS that all operators go through, regardless of incoming competency, right? It's a standardized program that we know that no matter what however they showed up in terms of competency, they are going to leave at the same point, right? It's not a hours count type of program. It's a proficiency program. So once you check the boxes, you're done. With our version of BVLOS training through Unmanned Safety Institute. So thankfully, we've dumped a lot of our training off onto partners. Partners like Unmanned Aviation Training Institute and Unmanned Safety Institute have facilitated a ton of our trainings because it wasn't what we were known for, good at, wanted to do, anything like that. Those guys are at scale. Groups like USI are at scale. They can facilitate training better than Censys can. And same thing with UATI, right? So they're training companies. It's what they do best. And those curriculums have been used to outline in waiver applications to get over the regulatory hurdle of BVLOS. It's very much a holistic approach to creating a safety case, and training is a big piece of it.
Do you hear that, listeners? I hope you took that one in. That's a great answer.
Didn't pay me to say that.
Exactly. Podcast is sponsored